Hey guys, Rilhon here, welcome back to another tour video. Today we're going to take a look at the newly completed Gaelic and Belgic. And they are sister ships, they are very similar, they're exact same. Except for, of course, the lifeboat plaques. So yeah, I had them released in the same world instead. Just like I did with the Oceanic class. So yeah, let's take a look at them. So at first glance, they look very similar to the Oceanic class, but they are very different. They are in fact much smaller, and mainly their sail configurations are different. The Oceanic class has 3 sail components. These ones just have 2, and then 1 on the aft or the middle 2 masts. These were originally built for the Bibi line, but during their construction they were bought by the White Star line. And yeah, they were hence refitted, more cabins were added, a smoke room for Saloon class were added, and yeah, they were updated a little bit. So let's go forward here. They were built with turtlebacks covering their forecastle deck from the beginning. So yeah, we have a bunch of steerage and crew quarters here. We have some lavatories, bathrooms, wash houses. There's also an entrance for the crew here in the bow leading down. And here is the anchor handling gear. Further aft we have the officers' quarters where they had their cabins. We have the first officer, third and fourth stewards and second officer. Stewards would service the officers, bring them what they desired. Let's head up here. Here is the flying bridge, where they would of course not steer the ship, that was the wheelhouse, but they would command the ship from here. Yeah, this section here, as I said, was expanded out. Previously this was open deck, and there was like a second hatch here connected to this one. The compass tower here was also moved. It was previously here, but they moved it here because it's closer to the bridge, so it's more convenient. Here is the wheelhouse deckhouse with the short room in here. And there's also a staircase here for Saloon class leading down. Yeah, here's the funnel. There's also 6 lifeboats in total, 4 large ones and 2 smaller ones. Let's head down into the main Saloon class deckhouse and for the crew further aft. So we enter through this door here. Get to a very narrow hallway. We have some toilets and a bath here. And a total of 10 cabins, I believe, with 4 berths in each. This leads up. Again, this is a pantry for the dining salon, which we'll get to here. So I based this off of the Oceanic class dining salon. So yeah, very small. I included some camber in the ceiling, which I think is pretty cool. And here is just more cabins, 2 bathrooms, but yeah, not much to say. This is pretty much the entirety of Saloon class, except for the smoke room, which we will get to in a bit. Further aft here is the galley, where they cook the food for Saloon class, steerage and the crew. You can see the layout is very similar to Oceanic so far. Here is the donkey boiler. This power the winches and yeah, various deck equipment. And it was only really active during the times when the ship was in port. Here you would access the boiler rooms going down there, and here's also the fireman's bathroom, or not bathroom but lavatory. Further aft we have, no, there's nothing on that side. Here is the steerage bathrooms. You also have the entrance, of course, down here to the steerage, but also to the engineer's quarters. So this is the entrance here where you get to the engine room leading down. We have the first engineer. There's a mess room for them here where they ate and socialized. We have some stewards that would service them, and yeah, basically some bathrooms and the various engineers. Further aft, we have the Saloon smoke room. Basically first class, this is where they smoked. Based this off of Oceanic as well. We have no references to how their interiors look like, except for the deck plans. Yeah, we have no idea of exactly how they looked, so I made it up. Based it off Oceanic. So here's the wheelhouse, the steering gear in the stern, connected to the rudder, of course. And we have the propeller here. This is similar to Oceanic again. Similar to Oceanic because it was built by the same company, by Holland Wolf, of course. Let's go underneath the turtleback here again, and head down to the crew areas. So these were separated in 3 sections pretty much. So here is the boatswains, or bosuns, quartermasters and carpenters. Let's go out here and let's head through this door. We get to the fireman, slept on this side. Here is the sailors, slept on this side. Let's head up again. Let's head down to steerage. So, oh yeah, this side is the butcher shop, very small. But on the other side is the steerage entrance. So forward they would have berthed the men, as with the Oceanic class and most ships of the period. Here is the hospital. I added in there. Here, it's not located on the plans, but they would have had to have a hospital, so I put it here in the front. Open berth space. It's quite terrible, but yeah, it's what they did during the times. Here in the middle is for married couples. It would have been separated from the men in the front. We have the married couples here in the middle. And then here in the stern is only for the women. We have the staircases here again leading up. So I showed you that before. Yeah, this goes all the way aft here. There's like a peak store and then one in the bow as well. And then, yeah, that's all the passenger areas and the crew areas. Now it's just for the cargo holds, so they're very tightly packed with cargo here. You can barely see anything. They filled much of the ship here. Let's go head further aft. We get to the boiler room and the engine room, so let's head down the proper way. Again, here I showed you before. Heading down this fiddly, we get to the boiler room. This was different to the Oceanic class because it faced the other way. Oceanic class had the boilers on the sides. This one had them like from side to side. You can walk through the middle here. And you have a coal bunker here as well with the large trimming space up here. Let's head forward again. There's a smaller coal bunker here. And if we head aft again, we get to the engine room. I struggle to pronounce engine. So do forgive me for that. It's not super accurate, of course. I suck at engines, and I don't really have a good idea of how they looked based on just the plans. So I based them a bit off the Oceanic again. They would have been fairly similar and built by the same company, so yeah. Yeah, this leads up again to where we saw before. Let's head further aft here. We have the further, even more cargo holds. Can't see anything. But yeah, that is pretty much the Gaelic and Belgic in a nutshell. Belgic, of course, she was identical to Gaelic, so nothing more to say there. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little quick tour video, and I will see you in the next video. So on to the Britannic and Germanic next. Take care. Bye bye.